Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is Game God Fluent, bringing you episode 1 of a new LP that may not be the longest LP I'm going to do, but I did want to sort of at least make one episode and potentially more. It's a game that I've kind of just discovered. I'd known about it for a long time, but I just picked it up in a sale along with the DLC, and I thought, you know what, let me go ahead and give it a try. I played for 16 minutes, as it says, and I found it really charming and quaint and cool in that old school sort of CRPG way. It is an old school CRPG / strategy RPG with a hex grid type of combat. I don't really know a lot about it, and I just, attacked the first enemy in the game. So we're just going to hit play and learn about it together. So I hope you'll join me. This is Let's Play Elven Legacy. And again, this game is a bit older. Now, I did go through the intro, and there's a little bit of audio artifacts and skipping in the intro. You'll probably see what I mean coming up, so I apologize for that, but other than that, it plays pretty smoothly. And I did not know that this was a freaking Paradox game. That's interesting. You can hear some of the crackling and stuff. I'll be quiet during the cutscene, though. 1C. Alright, let's check it out.
Over time, the elves have witnessed countless disasters caused by the envy and jealousy of others. But the most frightful disaster occurred because the elves simply wished to share their knowledge. Once upon a time, one particular pupil wanted to capture the teacher's power, and so created the dark spell. His actions caused a terrible whirlpool to appear in the flow of magic, drawing out the elves' power, and then they vanished, one by one. The great mage Essentil then called upon the dragons to lend their aid. In response, the dragons gave him all their power. Overflowing with energy, Essentil rained it all down upon the traitor. A flash of light blotted out the sun, causing the earth to tremble, and in the underground towns of dwarves, many ceilings since then, thousands of years have passed. For mankind, this event now exists only. The elves, however, have never forgotten. They live away from the prying eyes of strangers, keeping their knowledge secret so no one may follow in the traitor's footsteps.
So you saw there was a little bit of skipping there, but not too much. Got the basic idea down. The elves wanted to share their knowledge, and a bad guy came along. Let's be quiet.
I am Father Deland. Mage, follow us. This land is guarded by the Inquisition. Lay your staff on the ground.
Lady Taya, Watcher Gilvin is here with an urgent report. What we had feared when Glendarin's notes were stolen has happened. I have just seen the human mage cast one of the forbidden spells.
Gilvin, stay where you are. I'm sending Lord Sagittel to you. I'm giving him the sigil of supreme power, the true flame. We need to find this mage. It is necessary to do so before the Inquisition.
Yes, Lady Taya.
Okay, so that is the intro. Here's Watcher Gilvin and Lord Gonna look at the options here. Graphics, you can see everything is turned up. Can't turn on anti-aliasing because it freezes for some reason. So, just is what it is, but everything else is good. Sound, game. Not gonna mess with too much stuff here. Hotkeys we'll learn as we go, so let's just get right into it. Let's actually do the tutorial first. Choose a tutorial mission to play. We have the basic. In the first tutorial mission, you will get acquainted with the major interface elements and learn basic combat techniques, and then advanced, you'll be shown examples of more complex actions and then be given the opportunity to repeat everything that you have seen on your own. So let's start with the advanced, the basic. Let's get right into it. So it is charming so far, isn't it?
Now you will see an example showing the basic interface elements. If you are acquainted with the interface, you can skip this example by pressing the escape key and move on to other tasks in this tutorial mission.
Okay.
The game field is divided into hexagonal cells. Only one ground-based unit can occupy a cell at a time, or one ground-based and one flying unit. Holding the right mouse button will allow you to rotate the camera to select a convenient view. By moving the cursor towards the margins of the screen, you will be able to scroll the map. The same can be done using the arrow keys on the keyboard, or WASD keys. Holding down both mouse buttons at the same time allows you to move the game map under the camera. Rolling the scroll wheel allows you to zoom in on the surface, or zoom out to get a view from higher up. If the camera is zoomed in on your unit, you will see all the figures. If the camera is zoomed out, the game will return to the big figure. The end turn button is located in the top right corner. After your units have carried out all orders, this button ends your turn.
Okay.
Messages appear in the upper part of the screen. They contain important information about the mission progress and various. This panel displays the list of your army units. Here you can select different units and trace the orders that have been accomplished by a unit. During one turn, a unit can move and attack. A green marker indicates the ability to move, while a red marker indicates the ability to attack. A dimmed marker means the action has either been accomplished or is not. Here you can also switch to the reserve panel. The reserve contains the units that have not been placed on the map. They can be deployed in special zones near friendly towns. You can return to the game by switching back to the army panel. You can also toggle between the units on the map by means of these special arrows. The arrows allow you to switch forward and backward in the list of armies, or skip a unit and not return to it during the turn. The selected unit is displayed on the bottom left panel. Here you can see its name, its current experience level, and the number of those alive and those wounded in the unit. Similar information for the unit under the cursor is displayed on the bottom right panel. It is worth checking this panel before attacking an enemy. There are additional control buttons under the army panel. This button allows you to turn the grid on and off. The grid will help you analyze the position on the map. This button allows you to switch between banner modes. Banners appearing above a unit suggest the side it belongs to and show whether the unit is able to move, attack, or cover its neighbor. Banners can be shown for all the units, for just the units under the cursor, or they can be switched off completely. This button allows you to switch camera modes and its height without rolling the scroll wheel. This button displays an outlined map of your mission. If the map is large, you will need to use this option. This button will allow you to see the mission list. Here you can find out which quests have failed, and which quests have been successful. Victory ratings for this level are displayed here too. Looking through the quest list in tutorial missions, you will be able to reread explanations and tips. You can get detailed information about the interface during the training missions and in the user manual.
Is there more?
Welcome to the first tutorial mission. Here, you will learn to deploy troops and make units move and attack. You will be shown an example of certain actions and then be given the opportunity to repeat everything on your own. Try to repeat the actions shown in the example. If you don't understand the example, press the Quest Log button and reread the task.
Okay.
In order to place a unit on the map, just left-click one of the yellow cells. Do the same for the other units. The dark part of the map is the Fog of War. It hides enemy units. Have you noticed that as your units appear on the map, the Fog of War clears? The clear part of the map is the area currently visible to your troops. After deploying the troops, press the End Deployment button to launch a mission.
Okay. So we literally have 2 spots we can put troops. We can pick which one. We've got militia and sergeant. So let's put the sergeant here. And put the militia here. And deployment button.
In
Very
order
easy.
to attack an enemy, you first need to approach him. Come close to the enemy's unit and attack. Tip: left-click to give an order to move and attack. If you have failed to beat your enemy within 1 turn, press the End Turn button and attack once again.
Okay. So let's see if we can rotate the camera a bit. Now if we zoom in, watch what happens. It turns to small little people. I think that's very cool. Goblin looters. If we right click them, an expensive infantry unit, they're level 1. No matter where orc clans go, no matter where they fight, hordes of goblins can be found lurking nearby. Orcs think these creatures are perfectly suited for different dirty jobs. Even at war, goblins may be useful. They loot the dead and can even sack a village of unarmed peasants. They have 15 HP, they're broken, which gives them some debuffs. Spirit is the main weapon of a warrior. Even in a hopeless fight, a high-spirited man can win. Those whose spirit is broken, who only think of saving their own skin and turn their back on the enemy, will face only one fate: defeat and death. So we'll learn more about this stuff later. Light infantry. This is the defense stat. Shows you what the broken does. Plus they're weakened. Move points. There's different move points over different terrain. Their sight, their melee is -1. And they have lazy. Being lazy by nature, goblins use any chance to have a rest. Left to themselves, they always walk slower than they're able to, halting every few minutes, -1. To movement and weakened. This unit has been greatly weakened by numerous battles and the misery of life on the march. Its warriors' attacks are not very threatening, and their defenses are inferior as well. Defense and all attacks -2. So, again, we'll learn more about that. Let's take our militia, though. Come here and attack. This is what's so charming about it. These little battles. The voice acting is so cool. I say it's
Perfect.
cool.
The enemy has been defeated. We will now move on to the next task.
Okay.
When archers appear on the battlefield, attack the enemy with them. Remember that archers are able to shoot from a distance. Use this ability to kill the enemy without getting too close.
Okay, does it show our range? guess we could right click. Missile 10, range 2. Okay. We have multiple support, expert huntsman. An elite shooter unit can repeatedly provide shooting support, efficiency against flying enemies, fights well in difficult terrain. We'll, again, go over that more.
That's great. You have done away with this enemy too. Now, let's try to fight an enemy in the air.
Okay. To win the turn, press the end turn button.
An eagle has joined your army. Destroy the enemy in an air attack. Notice that flying hunters only attack the targets that are below them. Tip: when controlling the eagle, hold down the shift key, switching the control to the air level.
Hold down the shift key, switching the control to the air level. I'm not sure what that means, but we'll adjust the mouse sensitivity. Okay, we're in the air level, so we can move without attacking, and now we let go of shift and we can attack.
Congratulations! You have completed the first tutorial mission. It is time to move on to harder tasks.
Okay, is that basic? Yeah. Alright, so let's do advanced while we're here too.
Let's start the second tutorial mission. You will learn how to capture towns, hire new recruits, use special types of attacks, and use magic.
Cool.
It is time to learn how to capture fortresses. This is not as simple as it looks. Remember, any unit stationed in a town gets a bonus to them. Even weak goblins can be a serious threat if they stay behind the walls. Even so, you should be able to knock them out of the fortress.
Okay. We've got a unit of halberdiers, spearmen, and swordsmen. So let's send the halberdiers in first. Whoops. Let's send, okay, they've acted. Let's send the swordsman in. I keep right clicking. These goblins are pretty tough when they're in a fortress. Spearman. Still didn't get them. Oh, we knocked him out.
You have succeeded in getting the enemy out of their vantage point. Now, since the town is empty, you can capture it.
Win the turn, press the end turn button. We could still move after attacking, so...
You have captured the town. We are only training now. In a war, an army almost always finds plenty of loot in the fortresses it captures.
Cool.
Press the End Turn button to see the next example and get a new task.
Alrighty.
A unit that has suffered losses in battle can be healed. To do so, you should select a unit with wounded warriors and press the Rest button. If there is no enemy nearby, all the wounded in the unit will recover. The more enemies nearby, the fewer wounded. If a unit is near a friendly town, you will be able to hire new recruits to replace the warriors killed in battle. However, You must have enough money to pay for them.
Hmm.
Notice that new recruits will decrease the total experience level of a unit.
So it costs XP.
You have seen how to heal the wounded and hire recruits. You can repeat what you have seen if you want to. Press the End Turn button to see the next.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and do that. So we see that the halberdiers can make them rest. Okay, and just to note, they can't then conscript. So if we get the swordsman, they can't conscript. They can just rest. And the halberdiers rested, okay. Spearmen took no losses. Alright.
An enemy controls a zone around him. Therefore, a common unit cannot pass the enemy without halting. Only scouts with the special ability of segmented movement can do that. Such units can spread their movement points gradually, rather than all at once. Notice how the scouts move through the key points, ignoring the orcs' control zone.
You have seen how to use segmented movement. You can repeat what you have seen if you want to. Press the End.
We pretty much can get it.
As your units fight and accomplish special missions, they accumulate experience. This experience is used to raise a unit's level. A special icon appears above the unit that has accumulated sufficient experience. The unit's combat characteristics increase automatically. The Select New Abilities button becomes available. Selecting perks, you can additionally improve your unit's skills and fine-tune it to accomplish certain combat missions.
You have seen how to raise an experience. Press the.
Okay. So they have the dual arrows above. Forest like home. Forest defense skill goes up 2. We'll read these 2. All wounded become killed. Poison. Poison on your weapon. Skirmish +1. Okay. Very cool. What is this button? Unit class scouts. Can we right click that? Yeah. Alright.
Heavy cavalry is a mighty strike unit. Their ramming ability makes them very dangerous for poorly protected units. Cavalry can be used to the best advantage during combat on a plain. Certain units, including human knights, are characterized by being too impetuous. It means that having completed their move, the knights will rush to attack an enemy within their reach, without waiting for an order.
You have learned about knights and their impetuous temper. You can press the.
So knights. Hard target impetuous. Impetuosity. Believe they are the strongest on the battlefield. They are also the most arrogant. They rush into battle as soon as they spot an enemy without waiting for an order. Often their actions add to their commander's concern. So you don't get an order after that then. So this, yeah, the red button should dim too. Right? Yeah, so that does use their turn up as well.
Notice the goblin archers are standing near orcs. If a melee attack is launched against the orcs, the shooters standing on the adjacent cell will cover them. By a ranged, archers can support a friendly unit only once per move. An ability to offer range support is shown by an arrow icon on the unit's banner. A strong unit covered by archers is a very efficient combat team. This is a good way to arrange your defenses.
I didn't
You have
catch what
seen how the
range.
enemy used ranged support. In a situation like this, even a strong unit can suffer severe losses. Press the...
Goblin archers. And we'll watch it. Yeah, they fire in. Those goblins weren't weakened and stuff either, so we didn't really learn exactly how it will play out. But fair enough.
A wizard can cast his spells from any distance. However, the target cannot be covered by the fog of war. The wizard can cast only one spell per turn. There is a limited number of spells. After a mission is accomplished, the used spells will be replenished automatically.
Okay, so a Vantian system. Wow. It's neat.
You have learned about magic and its application. Press the...
Yes, I do want to blast them with a fireball. Ooh. And you can still move. Oh, this one can't move, but can it? Oh, yeah, it looks like it does have a... Oh, I don't know.
With the money received, you can hire new troops. Notice that each mission has a limit as to the number of units. If you get more troops, you will have to keep some of them in reserve. Switch to the Army Control Panel and select the unit you would like to purchase. If you have enough money to purchase it, click on the Buy button. The unit will appear in your reserve. To put units from the reserve onto the map, switch to the relevant panel, select a unit, and click any of the yellow cells.
Right.
Remember that in the course of the mission, your troops can only be deployed near the towns belonging to your army.
Okay. Makes sense.
You have seen how to purchase troops and put them on the battlefield. Press the...
We don't need to do that. We understand it.
After a mission has been successfully accomplished, you will see a results screen. Your victory rating influences the number of bonuses you will be awarded. If you are not happy with the results, you can replay the mission. We now move to the next screen. Here you can select the next mission and
that's so
see
cool.
the statistics for the previously accomplished missions. Warning: if you choose to replay one of the previous missions, you will have to replay all the levels that follow it. After selecting a new mission, you will be able to learn about its tasks and prepare the army for the coming battles.
Cool.
Congratulations! You have successfully completed the second tutorial mission. Now you are ready to lead the whole army. We wish you success on the Fantasy Wars battlefields.
That was the previous game in the series. So that's it for the tutorials. As you can see, very easy to get into, but it gets more complex and difficult to master, as it were. I have the DLC, so if I click New Campaign, I guess I don't have any additional campaigns loaded. Okay. That would be for mods and stuff. Alright, so next time we'll go ahead and start the campaign and check it out. Hope you guys enjoyed the tutorials and stuff. Thank you for watching if you made it this far. Stay tuned. It is from 2009. Okay. Stay tuned because some more to come for sure. Gonna be maybe playing through the first missions or getting to the map screen and choosing the next missions and stuff. So yeah. Thank you so much. Much love, peace, and joy to you guys, as always. And stay tuned for more if you like what you see. So long, guys.